So I fell off the wagon pretty bad with the fitness. Really all of it, but really with the dieting. I don't know. I don't know if I'm capable of dieting that hard. You know, like I don't know. I don't know if it's sustainable. Like I can do it for like whatever it was. It was 3 months, or might have even been longer. But it was a limited period of time, and I lost weight. I lost like 20 pounds, but I still never lost like the amount of weight I would need to lose. And then I just burned out on it. And so I don't know now. I just like food, you know, and like there isn't as much of a motivator that it's kind of sad, but like just general health, even though that should be the biggest motivator, it's not as much of a motivator as like when I was young. And I mean, obviously it was a lot easier when I was young anyway. You know, your body just looks better just because you're young, and it's easier to get in shape and stuff like that. But also, like, I feel like the motivators are stronger when you're younger, because like, you know, you go through a breakup and you literally feel like it's like sink or swim time. Like you better be able to attract another mate, or you're gonna die alone or whatever. I mean, that's a pretty strong motivator. And you also, you know, you don't have kids and a family to deal with, so you can pretty much just focus all your mental energy on getting in shape. And so yada yada. Bottom line is, I fell off the wagon with the diet, and now I'm just not even sure whether it's worth trying again. You know, I think that I think just around the margins, like doing better is what's doable for me. I don't think I'm ever gonna like get ripped or something like that, you know. I don't even know if that's possible at my age, even with a lot of effort. But even having that as a goal, I think I've given up on that. The lifting, I also fell off the wagon, but I've still maintained most of the gains. I've lost some of the gains because I didn't like completely fall off the wagon. It was more of like I missed like a couple of weeks, and then my workouts weren't that intense. I was kind of just like getting into the gym and doing a quick workout. And so now I'm trying to get back into it, because that is something that I can sustain because I enjoy it. You know what I mean? And I still enjoy having this goal of benching as much as I can, you know, even though I'm older, so it's not going to be as much as I could when I was younger. I still just want to see how much I can bench at this age. And I see these guys on YouTube that like kind of, it's depressing, but it's also inspirational that, you know, I can lift more than I can at the present time. Like, I've seen a couple of these videos like this. There's a video of a guy that's like 60, or he might even be older. He might be 60 something, but he's at least 60, and he was benching like 460, I think. And I mean, that's way more than I can bench. And it's funny because like the guy doesn't even look like he lifts. It's like, it's funny how strength is different from, you know, from hypertrophy. And so, I don't know, I might not bench, I'm probably not lifting the right way to actually bench a lot. Because this guy was literally just doing like singles and doubles. And I'm like, I don't know how he doesn't get injured. I think he just has great genetics, you know? He's got like, you know, friggin' iron, he's got friggin' steel cables for tendons or whatever. My tendons, you know, tend to ache if I don't really take care of them. And I just don't know about doing like singles and doubles. I mean, I don't even have a spotter. I don't have a gym partner, so I don't even know if there's any way I can even do singles and doubles. But that's probably is what you need to do to get. I think I think you still need to do like your sets of 10, but you do need to do like singles and doubles and shit. If you really are trying to maximize strength, because this guy is strong as shit, but he has like no muscles. You know, he's like zero hypertrophy. It's just like all he cares about is strength. And as much as I do want to bench 300, I don't know if I just want to. I want to kind of like, maintain some muscle too, for health purposes. And if I can look a little bit better than I look, I know I'm not going to look like I'm not going to look like I'm in my 20s ever again. But if I can look, at least a little bit muscular, I'd like to do that. So I don't really want to lift the way he did. But the point is, it makes me feel kind of like sad that there's people that are that much stronger than I am, and kind of like jealous and resentful. But that's just the way it is, man. That's life. But on the other hand, it's kind of like makes me feel good that you can do that at that age. Now, the only thing I don't know is what if these guys are on anything, because I'm not on anything at all other than protein and creatine. I don't know if this guy's on TRT or and I'm not saying that to disparage him. I'm just genuinely curious, like, how is he doing this? He's just a genetic freak? Because, I mean, for all I know, the guy could have benched friggin' 600 when he was younger. He was like a star friggin' power lifter. And this is just the residual, you know what I mean? But it is interesting. It would be interesting to know whether he's on something, just to know whether that's necessary, But yeah, I did lose a little bit of my bench strength, but I'm kind of like working my way back into it, and I've already gotten most of it back. So now I can start building towards the 300. I mean, I was already really close to 300 to the point where it was like, it depended on whether you believed the 1 rep max calculator. Like, I might have actually been at 300, but I want to I don't believe these calculators. So I want to make sure that I'm like really close, or I want to make sure that like I'm way past it on the calculator. Like the calculator says I can do like 310 or something, and then I might believe that I actually am at 300, and I will let you know when I get there. But I feel like I've kind of like reached some kind of genetic limit, because it seems like I'm able to, like, when I get back into lifting, I shoot right up to this point, where I'm doing 225 like 10 or 12 times, and then I just stop there. That becomes like a real hard thing to break through. But I'll keep trying, and I'll let you know when I do.